I'm very, very honored to have the opportunity to present our project, and I would like to thank you all at the NGI Atlantic team for your support. Danaides is a French NGO partnering with Clemson University and Sciences Po Toulouse to develop the P2P R2P platform. We also collaborate with sub-Saharan NGOs that will use our technology in the field. Our team combines the skills needed to conduct our experiment on the Fabric test beds in the US with traffic generated by software bots and humans. The GENI test beds is a fallback should the Fabric test bed not be available. Let me now, as you asked, introduce you to our team members. First, Professor Richard Brooks. He conducts experiments with regards to security, privacy, and system audit trails. Second, we have Stéphanie Lamy, who co-founded with me Danaides, and she's currently researcher at Sciences Po Toulouse. She's responsible for experiments evaluating the P2P R2P trust and governance models. We have then Candice Dupri and Adeline de Moncy, who are Danaides staff members, and they will generate traffic that will be replayed on the GENI and FABRIC test beds, allowing us to compare model predictions with traffic observed in real-world use, namely in sub-Saharan Africa. And we have then Delphine Frenou. She's a researcher at Sciences Po Toulouse, an economist, and she's in charge of providing an impact assessment for the P2P R2P platform relevant KPIs. And now I can present myself, Félix Blanc. I am in charge of the coordination of the experiments. I have a PhD in political science, and I met Stéphanie and Richard at Internet Without Borders, an NGO fighting for digital rights at the global level. So Danaides' P2P R2P system design and implementation goals are to provide a secure, private, and trust-enhancing platform for use in challenging environments and conflict environments. This project gives us the ability to test first the robustness of the platform, second the accountability, and third the sustainability of P2P R2P on the Fabric test beds. Since Fabric, as I said earlier, is currently under development, we are reserving the possibility of using the GENI test bed if necessary. We have received approval from the Fabric investigators to get early access to the platform as beta testers, so GENI will most likely not be used. Since Fabric provides more invasive access to the networking layer, it is preferable for our project. But let me now explain you the three branches of the experiments. First, as I said, we will test the robustness of our platform. We leverage Tor, hidden services, to hide individual user accesses to our system. Our tests route Tor traffic through Fabric measurement nodes, entering and leaving the Tor cloud. This gives us a more invasive look at the traffic than is normally possible. In a sense, we miss only one intermediate hop in the global Tor cloud. In addition, Fabric is allowing us the ability to reprogram the network infrastructure at a level that will normally be possible only for national firewalls or internet service providers. And we can also insert active attacks. Fabric also supports machine learning use in the router infrastructure, which we will use to test our privacy hypothesis unfettered by our preconceived notions as to which networking parameters are most relevant. The length of this project will probably constrain us so that only Tor can be tested in this phase to see if it provides sufficient anonymity. We plan on following up with tests of alternative approaches, such as the Invisible Internet Project, I2P, and Distributed Hash Table, DHT, which are routing tools for covert communications. Second, we will test the accountability of the platform. System audit trails use DLT technology. We have distributed ledger technology for solution, and for assuring metadata integrity, that replaces resource-intensive proof of work with efficient, lightweight mining. We will integrate our KPIs into the DLT infrastructure and quantify our ability to analyze audit trail entries to detect fraud and conduct impact assessments. The flow of goods and services will be assured by our DLT integrity. Last, we will test the sustainability of the platform. Our third goal is to measure trust among system participants by establishing P2P R2P as a common pool resource negotiator. Trust can be grown, depleted, or eroded over time. We explore different data governance strategies to measure, at first, the routing hierarchy and its efficiency, and second, the ability of untrustworthy actors to position themselves in ways that allow them to subvert the trust system, plant deceptive audit trails, and jeopardize our distributed governance strategy. First, and one of the most important, it's at the scientific level. Our solution will offer new approaches for testing and evaluating computer network security. It will also offer an experimental framework for quantifying system privacy and accountability. And last, it will offer a theoretical model to measure the ability of data governance strategy to enhance and maintain trust within platform and social networks. And it's the most promising part because it's the most innovative of our approach. Second, at the institutional level, we expect more academic cooperation between the US and the European Union. The NGI funding allows Sciences Po Toulouse to integrate the FABRIC and GENI testbeds into its research and teaching agenda. It is very new for this institution, of course. A joint research venture that integrates computer engineering and political science increases collaboration between these departments. This supports research on new modes of governing transnational collective action and informational economic flows. We note that collaborative research between political science and computer engineering departments is rare, very rare. But the importance of computer-moderated communication in our political systems has made this a critical era of collaboration. Third, we expect our solution to bring together social and technological innovations that will forge the next generation internet. The NGO Danaides is in the middle of multiple large multidisciplinary efforts for developing new internet capabilities, which concentrates on finding socially responsible, secure, and privacy-enhancing application. Last, and not least, at the geopolitical level, P2P R2P's deployment in sub-Saharan Africa is meant to help protect civilians across the Sahel conflict region. Instability in the Sahel is of increasing strategic importance for both the European Union and the US. Both are forces stationed in the region. Assuring network security and privacy within Africa will also help limit China's ability to dominate sub-Saharan Africa. The future of the internet, including commercial opportunities, will largely rely on a region that is being ignored by most internet researchers. We note that Africa currently has more internet users than either North America or Europe. Africa has 3 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world and is the region with the youngest population. This means that the digital economy in Africa will become a critical market in the near future. At this stage of the experiments, I can only disclose very concisely four expected results linked to what I presented earlier in the description of the project. First, very important, privacy and security of the system is verified and quantified. Network surveillance cannot identify P2P R2P users thanks to the Tor anonymization system. This is the first block that we want to rely on after this experiment to have further deployments because we are not in a very sensitive area right now, but we intend to develop in conflict zone, for instance. Second, system activities are recorded thanks to the DLT technology. So no action can be changed or removed after the fact without leaving an indelible trace. This is also very important for us, especially because we have in the current deployment we are monitoring human rights violations, and that can be used. The files can be used in front of courts, for instance, and so it's very important to have this security about the DLT and the accountability of the system. And third, trust among participants is enhanced, which means that the system produce more trust than other comparable systems, which is very important. Currently, there is a lot of problem about trust within social networks or within platforms, and we intend to our expected result is to have a system that produce trust. And fourth and lastly, P2P R2P has been adapted and deployed in the Sahel region through human rights defenders. This is of course, it's not only technical issues, it's the question of the adaptation of the technology by the users, but it's also the logistic issues that are linked to that part.